Hi, this is Dr. Nick. I'm the Incrementalist. I'm here with incremental insights for your business and your health. So we're many weeks into the COVID-19 crisis, and I know everybody's struggling with the challenges of being in their home, confined to a limited amount of space, and that can be highly variable depending on your circumstance. And the first incremental suggestion I have for you is to really try and find those positive things in the world. One of the things that we know about positivity and happiness is that it's infective. If you're happy, you'll find that people around you will develop happiness as well. That can be very difficult in confined circumstances, and we're learning to live in an environment that is not typical, where we ordinarily have an opportunity to expand and go outside and relieve ourselves. And if nothing else, perhaps one of the things that you can do to gain a little bit of freedom is go out for a walk. There's nothing wrong with doing that, making sure that you keep that physical distance. And if you're going to exercise at pace, particularly running and cycling, we do know that you should make sure that you keep a bigger distance, more than the 6 feet that are suggested for just regular physical distancing. Interesting paper out of Belgium and the Netherlands that talked about the spread of droplets when you're cycling, which is high paced, so you need a bigger distance, and running as well, so a little bit more distance there. From a business standpoint, one of the things that I would tell you is that we're going to see a change. There's no question that the world that we return to is going to be very different. The question is, how do you return to whatever normal is for your particular circumstance? And in each of our individual cases, that's going to be different. But from a work standpoint, businesses are going to need some help. So together with a colleague of mine, Fred Goldstein, putting together a series of training modules that will help guide you through this process. And some of the things that you're going to have to start thinking about, first of all, from a virtual standpoint and virtual working, are people going to be working in the same way as they did before? Is it going to be 5 days a week as you had before, people commuting in? I suspect that may not be the case. We're also going to see potentially less aggregation, or perhaps less requirement to come in unless there's a physical requirement to be in to do your job. And we may see a move out from some of the central conurbations. A really interesting paper that came out that looked at the spread of the disease and the cause of the spread of the disease in the case of New York. And it would appear that a big part of that was the metro or subway system was a major contributor to the extensive spread in New York. Well, we're still going to need the subway and metro, but maybe we're going to have different approaches to the way that we interact with these transportation systems. And it certainly sends a pretty distinct message to the loop that was being proposed as a different methodology that had separated units that were being put into a vacuum system and then sent at high speed for long distance. We might see a big change and an investment in that kind of communications or transportation system. The other thing that you might be thinking about is touch. And one of the things that we know in all our business settings is there's a lot of touch associated with all of the things that we do. And that includes keyboards, it includes entryways, keypads that we had for entry, keypads for clocking in. All of those things are going to need some rethinking. And one of the things that I would tell you is that you're going to need expert help that can help you understand all of the guidelines that are coming out, determine what's relevant to you and how you can implement that economically and as quickly as possible so that you can return to work. That's the sort of advice and concepts that Fred and I are going to be offering as part of our training courses. And if you'd like to hear more, please reach out to me through any of the channels that you can find me on and connect with me to find out more. We'll certainly be posting details of the training courses and providing some insights into that as well so that you can start to sign up for that information. We may indeed run some initial conference webinars or training sessions so that people can get a sense of what that looks like. This is Dr. Nick. I'm the Incrementalist, here with incremental insights for improvements in your business and your health.